What's going on YouTube? It's your boy SliceGod LilNoah back with another one. I got this quick video on how to zero gap and sharpen your Babyliss FX trimmers. Right here I got my graphite 2.0 replacement blade. Then right here I got my miniature tool bag filled with a few items we're going to be using today. As you can see on the blade that I have on my trimmers right now, it's chipped toward the right side, so that's the reason for replacement. In the bag we got the zero gap tool, Phillips head screwdriver, small sharpening stone, and a small brush. First thing first, take out the existing blade with a Phillips head screwdriver, whether you're going to still use it or using a new blade. This is where the small brush comes into play. I cut a lot of hair, so a lot of hair gets stuck in my clippers, so this is the perfect time to clean it out. Just showing that the new blade and the old blade are identical. Next step after taking the blade off the trimmer is to grab the blade that you're going to be using and grab the screwdriver that's inside the small zero gap tool and loosen those two screws on the inside. Don't fully take them off, just loosen them so the moving blade can move. If you can freely move the moving blade and when you push up it overlaps the steel blade, you did it correctly. With the moving blade still freely moving, I want you to push down all the way until that blade is underlapping the steel blade. Now I want you to use this same screwdriver to tighten it back up. And this makes the moving blade not be in our way because we are sharpening a steel blade only. So without us having to fully take it off, we just do this to keep it out of our way. I forgot to show y'all the oil in the beginning, but we most definitely using it to lubricate the sharpening stone. This part is very important, so pay close attention. This is how you properly hold the blade when sharpening it. This is incorrect. You want to hold it at a 25-degree angle, as so. Now we finna get into sharpening it. You want to go left and right, not putting too much pressure on it. Let the sharpening stone do its job. Keep checking the blade as you go to make sure you're not overdoing it. Take your time. Simple. In a moment, you're going to see me flip the stone, and that's just because each side has either a rougher side or a smoother side. I work my way back and forth between the rough side and the smooth side, but I always end with the smooth side to prevent any snagging when cutting the hair. After about 30 seconds of just letting the sharpening stone do its job, this is how the blade should look so far. Perfect results. If you get a thin, shiny, even taper edge, that means you did it correctly. Check for smoothness by running your finger across the steel blade. Other than that, it's time to put the blade back on. Grab the screws, place them back into the blade. Make sure they line up with the trimmer. Grab the Phillips head screwdriver, tighten it down, and get ready for the next steps. Now replacing the back of the trimmer into Babyliss zero gap tool. Make sure you place it in correctly, as I'm showing you right here. I guess I didn't record the part of me loosening the blades up, but the inside of the blade, like we did earlier, exactly how we did earlier, those two screws on the inside, loosen those up so the moving blade can move. And then what I want you guys to do is push up on that red part, push up. And what that does is, as I'm showing here, what that does is pushes up that moving blade and make it overlap the steel blade. So you want that moving blade to overlap the steel blade. You will know that it's overlapping because when you run your finger across, it's going to be sharp. And this because the the moving blade is very sharp and spiky. Again, I'm pointing at the moving blade to show you that it should be overlapping the steel blade. When I push down, this makes the moving blade line up directly with the steel blade. But I'm going to tilt the trimmer because I want that moving blade to line up right directly under the steel blade. This is perfect to avoid scraping your client, it being too sharp, any irritation. You want that moving blade to be right under this steel blade. And be cautious when tightening up these screws because if you don't, it'll move the blade and you do not want the blade to move. From the finish, tighten up the screws, then removing the red zero gap tool, then proceed with testing out this trimmer on my arm. When testing it out, I want to check for any biting, any snagging, any irritation, because if it do it to your arm, it'd do it way worse to the head. So far, so good. These things cut like butter. These are my easy steps on how to zero gap and sharpen your Babyliss FX trimmer. Sharpening wise, I feel like this can work for any trimmer. Zero gapping wise, it might differentiate, but it's very similar. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. If you like this video, please be sure to leave me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. In the comment section below, let me know what other type of videos you guys would like to see. Other than that, I'm gone. Slap.